On this wonderful Easter Sunday, hope you're having a great holiday. And Phils and the Atlanta Braves in the fourth game of the series. Scott Rolen, Phillies Rookie of the Year from last year. What a season he had. He was unanimous Rookie of the Year, and because of what you see on videotape, you could have made a whole videotape on just last night's game, but this is from last year. Rolen's great base running. He has power, hitting home runs, and tremendous base runner. The Phillies' best base runner. And you know, Mike Schmidt was a good base runner. Schmidt might not have been quite as good as Scott Rolen in base running. But there you see his numbers from last year. And before the game today, he was honored as the National League Rookie of the Year, the unanimous Rookie of the Year, greeted by Phillies Vice President, General Manager Ed Wade. Scott's mom and dad are here from Jasper, Indiana, Linda and Ed, and couldn't happen to a nicer young man.
I tell you what a great kid he is, and he really sets the tone for this ball club. They struggled early, and Scotty struggled early. Now he's gotten on a roll, and the ball club's on a roll.
Unanimous National League Rookie of the Year, Scott Rolen. And he's off to a good start in his sophomore year, albeit not offensively, but with the glove and on the base paths. Bobby Cox starting lineup for the Braves this afternoon. Walt Weiss back in there at shortstop leading off. Michael Tucker, right fielder, bats second. Chipper Jones, third base, hitting third. Andre Scalaraga at first base, bats fourth. Ryan Klesko, the left fielder, hits fifth. Javi Lopez catching, then Tony Graffinino, Andrew Jones, and Tom Glavine. Scott Rolen at third, Desi Relaford shortstop, Kevin Jordan at second, Rico Brogna at first. Mark Parent catching today, the outfield from left to right. Craig Jeffries, Doug Glanville, and Rex Hudler in there. Garrett Stephenson is on the mound for the Phils.
And Garrett's coming off a tough outing in his first start, the hope opener for the Phils last Tuesday, where he went 4 2/3 and gave up 8 hits and 7 runs, and he was in and out of the zone that game. He started off slow with 4 straight hits and retired 14 of 15 before getting knocked out in the 5th with a grand slam.
1 strike to Walt Weiss.
And one thing Garrett's got to do, and we talked about it, was he's got to pitch in off the plate and have command of his changeup and his curveball.
Bounce that curveball up there. 1 ball and 1 strike to Walt Weiss. Weiss has missed quite a few games for the Braves with a hamstring muscle pull. He's 4 for 7 so far in the early going, and also very selective. He's had a couple of walks. Got to throw strikes to him. Robbed sharply foul. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Glavine just coming in after taking his warm-up tosses.
The Phillies only won 2 games against Atlanta last year, and both of them were wins by Garrett Stephenson. So, I mean, he's probably confident against this club, and he knows it.
2 balls and 2 strikes to Walt Weiss. Just got a piece of it, still 2-2. 75th birthday wishes today to John Small in Westchester. Great Phillies fan. Struck him out. Got him with a changeup. Weiss goes down swinging.
And this is something Garrett's got to have command of. He's got a great changeup. Really came into it last year, used it effectively, and used it a lot against this club in the past last year.
We'll bring up Michael Tucker. Tucker hitting at 143. Garrett Stephenson, 26 years of age. He came over from Baltimore in the Pete Incaviglia, Todd Zeal deal. This with the curveball.
And he really wasn't the one that they were looking for. The Calvin Maduro is the one that the Phillies had really wanted badly in the deal, and they got Garrett with it. And Garrett's really been a pleasant surprise for him from what they were expecting.
1-8-6 last year with a 3.15 ERA. Changeup had him well out in front of it. He's got great motion with that change. You saw Weiss swing through it, swing in front of it, as did Michael Tucker. Curveball struck him out. 2 straight strikeouts for Garrett Stephenson.
He's got a great curveball. It's top to bottom. It starts up high, and just as it comes to plate, it's slow. The hitters get out in front, and it drops about 2 feet.
The difference so far for Garrett in this start than his first start against Florida is he's getting ahead of the hitters when he does. With that good curveball, a good changeup, he is tough. Chipper Jones doesn't let him get ahead of him. Brown's a single to right field. So Chipper is a 2-out base runner for the big cat Andres Galarraga.
Here's a pitch to Chipper. It's just outside part of the plate. It's a good pitch. It's a good spot just to get ahead. Chipper just looked like he made up his mind he was going to swing first pitch fastball if he got it, and he did.
Galarraga batting at .278. 4 homers, 11 RBIs, 1 ball and no strikes. 4 homers and 10 RBIs, excuse me. Just missed the inside corner. 2 balls and no strikes.
Galarraga with that big 3-run home run last night in the 9th to bring the Braves within 1.
3-0. And be careful with this pitch. They might give him a green light here. 3-0. Walked him on 4 pitches. So 2 men on base with 2 outs, and the batter will be Ryan Klesko. Klesko hitting at .205 lifetime against Garrett Stephenson. He is 2 for 9.
Klesko struggled a little bit. Runners in scoring position. The whole team has really struggled with runners in scoring position, especially with 2 outs.
So all of a sudden, Garrett Stephenson got the first 2 men out on strikeouts, getting ahead of the hitters, and Chipper Jones picked on a first ball fastball, and he hasn't thrown a strike since.
He's not missing by much. I mean, he's close with him, but you still, I mean, you've got to throw a strike. You got to get ahead. That's what he's got to do to be effective.
Looped into left center. That's going to drop for a base hit. Chipper Jones will score. Galarraga to third. Heading for second, Klesko, and he gets into second. Glanville should have thrown the ball to second base. He threw it to the cutoff man, Desi Relaford, and that enables Klesko to get up to second base.
Well, Klesko hesitated around first, about halfway to second. He stopped, or slowed up anyway. And when he saw the throw go into the cutoff man, Desi, who was lined up more to third base, Klesko just decided to go ahead and keep going, and didn't have a play with him at second. So, I mean, he's throwing to Desi, who's a cutoff man, the runner going to third. But Klesko had stopped, and even if Desi had gotten and thrown right away, there's nobody really to let Desi know there to throw it to second.
Have to check and see if they've scored that a single or a double, but the throw should have come into second base. 1 ball and no strikes to Javi Lopez. Javi hitting at .367. Just inside, 2-0. Well, Mark Parent's going to call time and try to settle Garrett Stephenson in, who started like gangbusters with 2 strikeouts, then single walk hit. And the Braves are on the board.
If you look at versus the first 2 hitters where he had the 2 strikeouts versus the last few hitters where he's gotten behind, you see Galen Cisco. That's the big key with it, not just with Garrett, with anybody. If you get ahead, you're going to have more success. There's no doubt about it.
3 balls and no strikes. First base is open, so with a hitter like Javi Lopez, you could pitch around and take your chances with Tony Graffinino waits on deck.
Especially if you get behind early. You get behind, there's no sense in coming in there with that base open. I mean, Javi Lopez has proven what he can do in the big leagues. Graffinino is struggling this year. He's much better off facing Graffinino with the fresh count.
Galen Cisco will come out and talk to starter Garrett Stephenson. Send along our best wishes for a speedy recovery to Marie McKenna, recuperating from surgery in Children's Hospital. Marie, a great Phillies fan and the granddaughter of our good friend Phil Kine. Marie, hope you're feeling better real soon.
There you see Garrett's pitch count. He's behind, similar to Tyler last night. A lot more balls and strikes. Tyler was able to get out of it when he got in the jams and getting behind, but it's not too often that you do. You don't get away with it too much.
Bases are loaded with 2 outs, a run across. Missed to the fastball, 1 ball and no strikes to Graffinino. Graffinino batting at 167. Good curveball that time, or changeup. I think it was a changeup. 1-1 to count to Graffinino. Two and one. Braves have scored first in all of their games except last night and Friday night. Look out, fair or foul, it is a foul ball. Ooh.
And that's one thing there. You get behind in the count, 2-1, 3-1, 2-0, something like that. Hitters, the ball you're going to get hurt on is a pitch middle in, and this ball is inside. To me, you want to stay away. When you're behind in the count, you stay away. You don't want to give up that 4-run pitch. And that's what happens. You come inside when you're behind. The hitter's looking for 1 pitch middle in, something he can drive out of there.
Now he has run the count full at 3-2 with the bases loaded and 2 outs. Galarraga at third, Klesko at second, Lopez at first. Big pitch for Garrett Stephenson here. I wouldn't be surprised to see a 3-2 changeup.
No, he's got better command of that right now than his fastball. In this situation, you go with what you have the command of, what you feel more comfortable you can throw a strike with.
Hard ground ball to Scott Rolen. And Garrett Stephenson gets out of the inning. 1 run, 2 hits, no errors, bases left loaded after 1/2. Braves 1. Batting in the bottom of the first. Braves get 1 in the top half, and Terry Francona's lineup. Doug Glanville in center field leads off. Greg Jeffries left field bats second. Scott Rolen third base hitting third. Kevin Jordan second base will bat fourth. Rico Bronya first baseman hitting fifth. Rex Hudler in right field bats sixth. Mark Parrott the catcher hitting seventh. Desi Relaford shortstop batting eighth, and Garrett Stephenson pitching and hitting ninth. Chipper Jones at third for Atlanta. Walt Weiss at shortstop. Tony Graffinino at second. Andres Galarraga at first. Javi Lopez catching. Ryan Klesko in left. Andrew Jones in center. And Michael Tucker in right. And Tom Glavine has the ball for the Braves.
And Tom Glavine has pitched well here in Veterans Stadium. He's 8-3 lifetime with the ERA under 3 at 2.99. He's the winningest left-hander in the last 11 years with 151 victories. Second overall in wins from 1991 to the present, only behind teammate Greg Maddux.
Glavine, the 32-year-old out of Concord, Massachusetts. Doug Glanville, first one to face him, takes it over at the knees for a called strike. Glanville batting at 190. Lifetime against Glavine, he is 2 for 3. Glavine just lives on the outside corner against right-hand hitters with his fastball and with his good changeup. No balls and 2 strikes to Glanville. If he sees you cheating outside, he will do that. He'll try to get you with a slider or a fastball in tight to you.
He doesn't come in there much, but he gets you out there, gets you leaning, and then boom, last second just freezes you inside.
Two balls and 2 strikes to Doug Glanville.
You see his career versus the Phillies, 14-6 overall with the .361.
Actually pitches better here at Veterans Stadium than he did at his old park. That's hit deep but foul down the right field side. Of course, the old park was a bandbox, Fulton County Stadium.
Big
now
difference.
they're in a bigger ballpark.
Yeah, big difference. You can see his numbers at the Vet. Definitely better here than they were at Fulton County.
Glavine usually is a good fielder, and that'll be an error on Tom Glavine. He almost nonchalanted that ball. He fields his position well, but that time just couldn't grab it.
Like he just took his eyes off at the last second. Very easy play. See, just the one hopper, not hit hard off the end of the bat by Glanville, and he actually see his head. He looks up and is looking at Glanville just as the ball is going to hit in his glove.
That brings up Greg Jeffries. Jeffries hitting at .371. Jeffries, one of the few hitters in the whole league that has good numbers against this Atlanta pitching staff. .318 his lifetime numbers against Glavine with 3 home runs. Also has good numbers against Maddox, against Smoltz, and against Nagel. Just missed the inside corner. 1 ball and 1 strike to Jeffries. Rays lead 1-0. We're in the first inning.
I'd like to wish happy birthday to Bill Connors, who's on the board of the Philadelphia chapter of the ALS Foundation. Brother-in-law of Froggy Carfano.
Froggy, one of the original members of the ground crew here at Veterans Stadium. And a good one. Called strike. 1 ball and 2 strikes to Jeffries.
And a little bit crazy, too.
Outside corner, Jeffries does not like the call. He complains to Angel Hernandez, but he is called out on strikes.
And a little late call, too. It seemed like it's one of the things that bothers Jeffries. He stood there and thought he was all right, and all of a sudden, Angel Hernandez rung him up. And Tom Glavine hits these spots on the outside part of the plate. When he keeps the ball out there consistently, he gets some pitches there. Jeffries is not happy at all.
Well, the pitch is outside. That's where Javi Lopez set up. He set up outside. He had his glove outside. Jeffries doesn't strike out much. 3rd toughest in the league to strike out this year. Last year he was 2nd behind only Tony Gwynn. This year Gwynn and Jason Kendall of Pittsburgh.
Greg Jeffries not happy at all. Rightly so.
Now see, there's where Javi's setting up outside. Glanville goes, got a tremendous jump and steals second base. Javi Lopez had no chance. Glanville got the big jump, and he has his 2nd steal of the year.
Glanville just went on first pitch. It's a good pitch for him to throw him, but absolutely had no chance at all. Glanville went on first movement, a great jump, and he's no contest.
1 ball and no strikes to Scott Rolen. Rolen hitting at .306. off the end of the bat, foul it out of play. 1-1 the count to Rolen.
See the guys swinging the hottest bats with the Phillies. Alex Arias, when he filled in for Desi, did a great job, and Scott Rolen really coming on after somewhat of a slow start after the first few games. Of course, Kurt Schilling just dominating.
Just inside. 2-1.
There's the horse. Tell you what, he has been some kind of just unbelievable.
He'll next pitch down Wednesday night at Pro Players Stadium against the Florida Marlins. If he's going to give me outside corner, it's going to be a long day for Phillies hitters. I don't mean just the corner. I mean about.
Now this pitch is down and off the plate. If he gets that, you see Javi Lopez pull that glove up. I mean, the pitch has got to be called crossing the plate. That's one thing. To me, Garrett Stephenson threw some pitches better than that he didn't get.
Didn't get that one. That was closer to a strike than the previous one. Full count now to Scott Rolen.
A lot of times you'll see umpires, they'll give you one corner and not the other. Very rarely do you see an umpire that'll give a pitcher the outside pitch or just a little off the plate and get the inside corner.
Now watch where Lopez sets up if they go outside. He'll set up off the plate. Ground ball in the hole. Off the glove of Chipper Jones. Glanville to third base. Safe at first is Scott Rolen. That probably will be an error on Chipper. The ball should have been fielded. He had to go to his left. But that guy would have got it. Scott Rolen would have got it.
There's no doubt about that. Well, he went to it, and he had his head down and saw the ball just. Glanville did a good job here. When he saw that it went by, he sees he's got a chance, and there's nobody at third base there to take the throw.
They're going to give Rolen a hit on it. Moves Glanville to third base. Phillies have runners at first and third with one out for Kevin Jordan. Jordan 4 for 6. One strike to Kevin Jordan.
Jordan very good in the clutch. 2 for 4 so far this year with runners in scoring position with a couple RBIs.
Almost hit Doug Glanville. Nothing in 2, and now Jordan's going to have to concentrate on getting his bat on the ball.
It's one thing you see, runner on third base always wants to be in foul territory. If that ball does come down and hit him, if he's in fair territory, it's an out.
Glanville at third, Rolen at first. One down, Phillies trail 1-0. Look how far outside he sets up. Now he sets up maybe 8 or 10 inches off the plate. See how far outside he is?
Yeah. That's the thing. The other thing, too, is especially with this Atlanta pitching staff, they have a reputation of having good command, of being able to hit the glove. And a lot of times if they hit that glove, if the catcher's off the plate, they get a strike call.
Not inside that time and fouls it out of play. Let's pause for station identification on the Phil's television network.
You're watching Phillies baseball on WPHL TV Philadelphia.
Phillies have runners at first and third, 1 out, a ball and 2 strikes to Kevin Jordan. Off the plate, 2-2. I wonder as a hitter if you can't, of course Javi does it late, if you can't kind of sense where he's setting up and take a peek back.
Sometimes hitters will do that as they take their practice swings. They'll look down at the bat. And sometimes there are some hitters that'll peek down there.
He's setting up away, and Jordan fouls it off away.
One thing you got to be careful about is if you do peek, a lot of times if somebody knows that hitter's peeking back there, and there's cameras everywhere, and you got coaches and players watching, you notice the guy's peeking back there, they'll call for a fastball inside. The catcher will sit up away early, and then he'll move in, and like walking right into a fastball right in the ribs.
Laid off the pitch away. It is a full count now to Kevin Jordan. I think Rolen runs on this. First and third, one out.
Tommy Glavine's pretty quick to the plate. I don't know.
Rolen does go. Ground ball, shortstop. Only one play to first, so they sent him, and it was a good thing. As coming in to score the tying run is Glanville. It's a 1-1 ball game. Rolen moves up to second. They get Jordan at first. Give Kevin a run batted in.
Scotty, not a great jump, but he's just counting on Kevin Jordan making contact, and he said it's a good thing he went, or they would have had a double play there.
Brings on Rico Bronya, so the Phillies have answered the Braves' first inning run. Bronya batting at .237. It'll be an unearned run, but it is on the board for the Phils, 1-1.
Rico Bronya actually this early part of the season is hitting better off left-handers than against right-handers. 5 for 12 off of left-handers.
That's amazing. He struggled against left-handers last year. 1 ball and 1 strike.
He worked hard at him. He really, one thing Hal McRae worked with him this spring and talked about him having a game plan every time he goes up there. And Hal said, you know, you got to have a game plan and you got to have dedication. And he said that Rico Bronya has both now.
Low and away, 2 balls and a strike.
See, Tom Glavine struggles more in early part of the game, the first inning, versus the rest of the game. You see a .436 earned run average, although that first run is unearned. But he does struggle traditionally more in the early part of the game.
Glavine last year won 14 and lost 7. His ERA was under 3 at 2.96. He had 12 no decisions last year.
He was a tough luck pitcher last year. His earned run average in those 12 no decisions was 2.77.
Beats the ball foul. Send along our best wishes for a speedy recovery to Dee Ingalls, who's the grandmom of Haynes Hendrickson. Works here at Veterans Stadium. Dee in Moorestown, New Jersey. Broke some ribs after a fall and bedridden, and Dee, hope you got better real soon. That's with the breaking ball. Full count now to Rico Bronya.
There's 30 pitches first inning for Tom Glavine. Undone somewhat by his own error on a very easy ball back to him.
Yeah, he'll be second-guessing himself about that play because he is a good athlete, fields his position well, and swings the bat. Off the end of the bat, foul. Still 3-2 to Bronya. One ball game here in the first inning.
One of Tom Glavine's best pitches is changeup, and he doesn't use that much to left-handers.
Takes it away, yeah.
Yep.
Jerks a foul, way deep and way foul into the upper deck. him out. That'll retire the side. 2 strikeouts in the inning. Phillies got an unearned run. 1 run, 1 hit, 1 error, and 1 man left. And at the end of 1, Phils 1, Braves 1.
And players this summer at the Phillies Baseball Academy. Boys and girls ages 7 through 14. Several locations. Just call that number on your screen. 225-0400. Area code 610-225-0400. You'll really enjoy that. 12 exciting camp locations throughout the tri-state area. Top of the order for the Braves. That means Walt Weiss, Michael Tucker, and Chipper Jones. They're the totals in the game. First inning took a long time. Both pitchers struggled, and then it's really moved since then. Garrett Stephenson gets a pitch over. 1-1. Weiss has struck out and singled, as you see there. He hasn't played since the 2nd of April when he hurt a hamstring. They expected him back in the lineup last week when the Phillies were in Atlanta. It's taken him a little longer.
Those things, they don't try and come back from those. Especially it's been cold and cool at night. Don't want to take any chances.
You see the pitching lines on both of the hurlers so far, and Stephenson now goes to 3-1. Weiss is a guy who will wait out a walk once in a while, though he did swing at ball 4 last time and got a base hit.
Very patient hitter. Got to throw him strikes.
And he walks. Close, but ball 4. So Walt Weiss is a leadoff base runner.
Angel Hernandez has called that pitch down there, I think, but the way Mark Parent caught it looked like it ran away a little bit. If the catcher catches it with his glove pointed upwards, a lot of times you'll get that call. When you turn your glove underneath, you watch Parent's glove. When he turns it down, see how the pocket's facing up, and you catch it that way. Anytime the umpire sees that, most of the time they will call a ball on that.
Here is Tucker. Hit a deep fly ball his last time up. 1-0. Michael Tucker loves to hit the fastball, and he got a fastball last time and almost hit it out of the ballpark. Struck out on some off-speed pitches his first time up. 2-0. Part of the order coming with Chipper Jones, Galarraga, and Klesko. And the Braves trying to get something done with the table setters. There's an off-speed pitch and a swing and a miss. Good changeup.
That's something. 2-0. If you can throw that changeup, what a advantage you have. There you see it. It's just out in front of it. 2-0. The hitter is definitely sitting on a fastball. If you can throw that changeup for a strike there, and he's got confidence, and you can do it, you can be successful.
Bunsen. Roll on it quickly. Got him. Nice play by Scott Rolen. They'll probably give Tucker a sacrifice because it's a 1-1 game and that's the first out, but he was definitely bunting for a base hit.
Yeah, there's no doubt about it. Scotty was in close. Almost bunted it hard enough to get it by him. You don't ever see it called, but they could actually call him out on that. When he's bunting the ball, his foot was on the plate. It was a good play by Scotty coming across.
Well, I believe it was just scored 5-3, no sacrifice, so they get the runner to second base with 1 out, and now here is Chipper Jones. Jones has singled and scored the Braves run and flat out to right field. Deep to right field. He just missed a homer his last time up.
Well, he's had pretty good success against Garrett Stephenson. 5 for 11 with the home run in his career, counting today.
Pops that one towards second. Jordan throws him out. Chipper Jones did not run that ball out. He slammed his bat down in disgust, and I'm sure they don't like to see that. 2 down, a runner on third with 2 outs. You know, anything can happen when you hit that kind of ball. The infielder could fumble it, and if he fumbles it, he doesn't run it out.
That one time you don't run it out, bit cost you. That manager is not going to be happy.
Yeah. Galarraga, the batter, he's walked and popped up. Swing and a miss. Garrett Stephenson starts him with a breaking ball. His curveball has been around 66, 68 miles per hour today, and that is really slow.
It's actually slower than his changeup, and plus it's got that great movement.
There's a base hit. Galarraga ripped that ball to center field, so he has 4 RBIs in the last 2 games. Like he might have hit a fastball. And the Braves lead at 2-1 on the RBI by Galarraga, his 11th of the year.
It was a fastball. He threw him the change or the curveball first pitch, and he got the fastball. Actually, not a bad pitch. Galarraga's looking out there. They're both solid.
That'll bring up Klesko. Ryan Klesko has doubled to left center and grounded to short. That's a ground ball right at Jordan, who will throw him out. So the leadoff walk turns into a run for the Braves. 1 run on 1 hit, no errors, and 1 left. Atlanta has a 2-1 lead.
Pitcher for the Phils. Gomes coming on for Darren Winston. Gomes appearing in his second game. No wins, no losses. 6.75 ERA. He's only pitched 1 in the 3rd innings. 1 hit and 1 run. 2 strikeouts, no walks. Just missing to Andres Galarraga. 1-0. Swings and he misses. 1 ball and 1 strike to the big cat. Ground ball sharply hit. Rolen has it. 1 down here in the 8th inning. Ryan Klesko will be the batter. He has doubled and twice grounded out. Easter Sunday, 1998, and it makes you wonder, Wheels, whatever happened to the world's highest jumping Easter bunny?
You mean that bunny that was going to jump right on out of the vet?
Yeah, wherever he lands, the first man to touch him was to get season tickets for the next year. And he got, what, about 10 feet off the ground, never did get out of the...
That's charitable.
Out of the base of Veterans Stadium.
That was one of Bill Giles' biggest boondoggles. Bill was so proud of that promotion, too. You know, that balloon was going to go up and take that guy, and he was just going to land in somebody's lawn.
Land somewhere in the Delaware Valley. That balloon just flew around second base for about 15-20 minutes. Finally, Easter Bunny had to get out of it.
And he'd get booed, too.
To a chorus of boos.
That Easter Bunny was Paul Callahan.
That's correct.
Our old buddy Calhoun.
2 balls and 2 strikes to Ryan Klesko.
They found out that in this stadium there is quite a downdraft.
Another promotion that we well recall was that, what was it, a duck race?
Oh, that was all. The Hot Pants Patrol duck race. How about when you and Whitey had those ostriches out there?
Oh, that wasn't me. I was not. No,
was
that
just
was
Whitey?
Tony Taylor and Whitey.
Oh, I thought you were in that.
No.
We were on those.
That was scary. That's driven to deep left field, an opposite field home run. Ryan Klesko gives the Atlanta Braves some insurance. It's now 3-1, his 3rd home run of the year.
You will see a difference in Ryan Klesko this year. It's the way he's hitting the ball the other way. He had turned into a dead pull hitter the last couple years, and you could pitch to him. Man, he goes out and drives it the other way now. He does that, he's going to have a heck of a year. Because he'll get his balls to pull. Here it is. You'll see what happens here. Gomes throws a fastball away. Last year he would have tried to pull that ball, might have hit a ground ball to second. Now he smokes a line drive to left field.
Javi Lopez has walked, struck out, and popped up.
Pat Corrales was telling me that the other night, how pleased they are the way he's adjusted to doing that, and also how he's improved his defense and left.
2 balls and no strikes. Now tipped, 2-1. So Atlanta's taking a 3-1 lead here in the 8th inning. Beats that and foul. 2-2 to Javi Lopez. Good to see our good friend Max Patkin at the ballpark today. Clown Prince of Baseball. Will be appearing at the Hall of Fame in Cooperstown this year. Chopped softly to third base. Rolen Still got him, although he had a little trouble digging it out of his glove. 2 down. Well, our first business person special of the year coming on Wednesday, May 6th at 1:05 against Dante Bichette, Vinny Castilla, and the Colorado Rockies. First of 4 ever popular midweek Fun in the Sun Mellon PSFS business person special. Mark it down on your calendar, May 6th at 1:05. Order your tickets by calling 215-463-1000.
Found out from Clint Hurdle this year at Dreamweek. Clint is the first base coach of the Rockies. That Vinny Castilla does a perfect U.
He does?
Yeah. You have to go down and meet him.
Yeah, I will have to meet him. He's been one of my favorite third basemen in a league full of good third basemen.
What I told Clint, I said, Harry will be delighted to hear this. He does it on the buses, the airplanes, everywhere.
Ground ball, Scott Rolen gobbles it up. 1 run in the inning on a home run by Ryan Klesko. No hits, no errors. 1 hit, no errors, none left. 3-1 Braves. Braves lead 3-1 as we go to the bottom of the 9th. Gerald Williams has come into play right field, replacing Michael Tucker. And the new pitcher is closer Mark Wohlers. Wohlers appearing in his 4th game. No wins, no losses, 2 saves, and 0.0 ERA. He's worked 3 innings, 2 hits and no runs, 5 strikeouts, and 2 walks. And the fans here at Veterans Stadium will be watching the message board for the speed gun with this guy. He hit 100 miles an hour last year here at the Vet.
3 outstanding pitches. Fastball, hard forkball, hard slider. When he's on, he's almost impossible to get. The Phillies have to try and somehow make him get behind in the count and try and hit ahead in the count against him. He gets ahead in the count, he is tough.
Rico Brogna will lead it off. Bobby Abreu is in the on-deck circle to bat for Rex Hudler. First ball fastball. That was only 98.
Yeah, and you would think you'd get a late swing even if you were looking for it, and that's what happened with Rico. I mean, he's geared into first ball fastball and hit it foul left side. Tough to turn that thing around.
1 strike to Rico Brogna. 99.
Oh yeah. This is a legitimate buzzballer out there now.
Brogna struck out, line to deep left and fly to deep right. That was a splitter that he missed with. 1 ball and 2 strikes.
Got an 89-mile-per-hour forkball.
Pitch.
Kind of like a slider. There's a breaking ball, so he's throwing 2 fastballs, a forkball, and a slider, and Rico gets the 2-2.
Better go back to number 1, I think, as hard as he throws that one.
Let him stay with the other 2. Missing with them.
2-2 the count to Brogna. Serves a base hit to left field. That was a fastball. And Brogna leads it off, so the Phillies will bring the tying run to the plate.
Nice piece of hitting by Rico Brogna. I mean, to stay off the 2 off-speed pitches. And now this is a fastball. May have been out of the strike zone. It's down in the way it was. It was a ball low, and he didn't try to do too much with it. Just hit it in left field.
Bobby Abreu comes on to pinch hit for Rex Hudler. Abreu hitting at .400.
Mike Lieberthal is in the on-deck circle to bat for Parents, so Terry Francona has a couple bats to bring off the bench.
(3-1) Braves lead, bottom of the 9th. Splitter moving up to second is Bronya on the wild pitch. Abreu swung at it for 1 strike, but it'll be a wild pitch.
There it is, a off-speed pitch in the dirt, a breaking ball looks like, and you see Bronya reads that right away and goes. They were not holding him on, so he was well off the bag anyway.
1 strike to Abreu. Fastball outside corner, 2 strikes. That one was 99.
It's a lot of fun. Sit around all day and then come out and get this guy.
Don't have much time to pull the trigger on this guy. 2 strikes to Abreu. His bat on the ball, still 0-2.
Throw him a splitter 0-2. That's what he did with Bronya. He had Bronya 0-2, threw him the split-fingered pitch, and it was out of the strike zone. That one was a pretty good pitch, and Abreu fouled it off. Wohlers has really found himself the last few years. You know, they used him as a setup for quite a number of years, and then all of a sudden he came into his own.
Struck him out.
Splitter.
It's an 88-mile-an-hour splitter. His splitter is about as hard as a lot of guys' fastball.
Now watch this thing dive, too. I mean, what are you going to do? You're up there with 2 strikes on you, trying to get a fastball or to get out in front for a fastball, and he throws that thing, and the bottom falls out of it.
Mike Lieberthal batting for Mark Parent. Terry Francona thinking one thing here, and that is let Levy get a hold of a fastball. Lieberthal 1 for 5 lifetime against Wohlers. It's a breaking ball, a slider. Checked his swing.
That's respect, and Mike Lieberthal is a guy who can turn Wohlers around if he gets a middle-in fastball. You see the numbers against him, they're not impressive, but the one swing of the bat and he can hit the ball of the ballpark and tie it, so they start him with a breaking ball.
1 ball and no strikes to Lieberthal at second base. Bronya 1 out here in the 9th inning. Fastball away, it missed. It was 98.
Makes it almost remarkable, that home run that Lenny Dykstra hit off Mark Wohlers in '93 in that playoff game when he took him out to right center field to win that game for the Phillies.
Two balls and no strikes to Lieberthal. They'll look for a fastball here.
Look where it was.
On the outside corner at 98 miles an hour.
And that's a good, I mean, Lieberthal does the right thing here. You might as well just take this because you can't do anything with it. Fastball outside corner. I mean, he has to hope he'll make a mistake middle into it. That'll help speed your bat up a little bit because you just dropped the bat head on it.
2 balls and a strike to Lieberthal. Base hit to center field. Bronya will score, and the Phillies are within 1 as Lieberthal delivers as a pinch hitter. It's now a 3-2 ball game.
And the message board said that was 100 miles per hour on that fastball that Mike Lieberthal just hit back through the middle.
Wow. So he did reach 100. Here it is.
Here it is, and it's a good pitch, too. And Mike Lieberthal just a good hitter. The only thing that ball did was tail back over the plate a little more than the other ones. And Levy hit it right back through the middle. Well, it's a 1-run game again. A lot of them this year.
7 out of 9 so far. 7 out of 9 1-run games for the Phils. Phils are 5-2 in 1-run games. Trying to pull this one out. Bobby Cox and Leo Mazzoni. Leo's not even rocking. Ooh. Javi Lopez just missed that ball. That's the second time in this game that Javi has missed one, and the Braves have been saved when it hit the plate umpire Angel Hernandez.
Yeah, and Angel's not real happy about this as Lopez misses it, and he gets a 99-mile-an-hour fastball off a shin guard.
Now the fans getting into it now with Lieberthal at first base and one out. Desi Relaford is 2 for 3. Chops a foul down the first base side. 1-1 the count to Relaford.
Desi got a 98er there and pulled it. He really got the bat hit at.
Kevin Sefcik has moved into the on-deck circle.
Phillies a lot of credit. I mean, earlier in the season, they have been hanging in there and playing really good baseball, and they're battling the Braves' best today, Glavine and Wohlers. Fun to watch right now.
Yeah, they really are. Ball and a strike to Relaford. That was a slider, I believe. 1 ball and 2 strikes.
Pitch just locks a hitter. I mean, they're so tuned into trying to hit his fastball that when he throws his breaking ball or splitter for a strike, they almost always take the pitch.
One and 2 to Desi Relaford. Did he offer? Bill Hahn says yes. Desi Relaford is rung up. Second strikeout for Wohlers.
That was a breaking ball, and that's what we're talking about. I mean, they're so tuned into trying to hit a fastball, and he tries to stop here, and he says he swung at it.
Well, now it'll be up to Kevin Sefcik.
It was an emphatic ring up.
Sefcik 0 for 4 in the early going. He's only faced Wohlers once without a hit. In the hole, no balls and 2 strikes. Lieberthal at first, 2 outs here in the 9th inning. Braves lead 3-2.
Missed another one.
That's got to be a pass ball. They'll probably call it a wild pitch. They all seem to do that. But Javi Lopez just, I mean, that ball's got to be caught.
He just missed that. Yeah, I'll tell you, he's got to be making Angel Hernandez a little jumpy back there. Here it is. It's a high breaking ball, and he just misses it. That's a pass ball. And they scored it a wild pitch, but definitely a pass ball. Maybe he's having trouble with the glare out there in center field. Some catchers talk about it. You see Bobby Cox pointing out there to center that maybe he's just not seeing the ball.
1 ball and 2 strikes to Sefcik, the tying run in scoring position now. There's a high fastball, clocked at 98. 2-2. Wohlers trying to get a final out here at Veterans Stadium. That's going to be a wild pitch, and that'll move the runner to third. Now that was a wild pitch. That bounced up there. The other one should have been a pass ball, but at any rate, Lieberthal 90 feet away from tying this game as Bobby Cox sweats it out.
Nothing coming easy for Bobby Cox and the Braves. That's a breaking ball, bounces away from Lopez. Here it is. Stephenson stays off the slider away, or curveball.
3-2 with a runner at third. Now you almost have to think it will be a fastball here. You got to gear for a 3-2 fastball. It wasn't. It was a slider, and he struck him out, and Wohler strikes out the side to end the ball game. Phillies do get a run. 2 hits, no errors, 1 left, but Atlanta wins by a score of 3-2, halting the Phillies' 5-game winning streak. But the Phils battled down to the wire with the tying run 90 feet away from home plate.
Here it is. I mean, this takes a lot of courage, too, to call this pitch. The way he's fighting balls, he calls a breaking ball. Anything could happen here, and it's a good one. And Stephenson, thinking fastball, probably chases it.
So the Braves win by a score of 3-2. Phillies' first loss here at Veterans Stadium, and it snaps the 5-game winning streak for the Phils. 3-2 final Atlanta, and we will be back with the totals and a recap of this afternoon's game right after these messages.